Hi guys, welcome to this session in Microsoft Excel. In this module, I want to show you the difference between the AND function and the OR function. So on the screen, I've got some zeros, which could represent, for example, linked files or linked sheets that have to be zero. And what I want to show you first of all is the AND function. So if I just come down here and type equals AND, open the bracket. So with the AND function, each argument has to be true for the AND function to return true, otherwise it will return false. So if I say A1 must equal 0, comma, and B1 must equal 0, comma, and C1 must equal 0, and then if I close the bracket on the AND, because all those are 0, all of these arguments are true, if I tick that, it will say true. If one of these is false, the whole thing goes false. So with the AND, every single thing has to be true. Now if I do the OR function, that's slightly different. The OR function, only one thing has to be true. So if I go equals OR and do exactly the same thing, if that equals 0, comma, and that equals 0, comma, and that equals 0, close the bracket. So all of those are true, so it's saying true. Now if I make one of those false, still says true. Make another one false, still says true. Now it's going to say false because they're all false. Only one has to be true for that to do the true bit. So if I put these back to 0, what you can then do is combine either the AND or the OR with an if. So if I put equals if, open the bracket, and then AND I'll do, and open the bracket. So the AND function now becomes the arguments for the if. So I'll do the same thing. So if that equals 0, comma, and that equals 0, comma, and that equals 0, close the AND bracket. So that's the test if you like, comma, this is the if now. If that's true, I can say if it's all true, close file. Now if you put any text in an if, it needs to go inside quotes like that, comma, otherwise check file like that. Close the bracket on the if, that needs to say 0, and then close the AND bracket, tick. So that says close file. If I put a 1 on there, it'll say checked file. So that's how you can put it with an AND. If I did OR, I could just double click up there and change that to OR, and then it's going to say true because remember only one needs to be true for the OR. Now this little example here, if I do this top one, basically you want this to say letter to MD if it's a customer type A or account type A and they've spent more than £2,000. So again it's if and equals if, open the bracket, and open the bracket. So if that equals account A, and it has to go in quotes, comma, and that is greater than 2000, that's the end of the and, close the bracket. If both of those are true, comma, it's going to be letter to MD, comma, otherwise standard letter in quotes, bracket at the end, clicking the tick. So it says standard letter, and if I bring that down, letter to MD, greater than 2000, type A, if and. This one, I'm going to do if or, So I'm going to say if it's a new customer and they've been offered, so either or. So if that says yes or that says yes, they're going to get a discount. So again, it's going to be equals if, open the bracket, or open the bracket. So then I'm clicking on that. If that equals yes, it has to go in quotes because it's text, comma, or that equals yes, either or, yes, close quotes, close bracket, comma, they're going to get a discount on this figure, so that times 15%. Type it like that, comma, if not, nothing. Close the if bracket. Click the tick. So it gets discount on that one because that's true. So they all get discount except that one there. And if I put that one to yes, they get the discount. That one hasn't got one either. So basically that's just a short video of how you can use the if with the and or the or function, or you can use them separately by themselves and everything has to be true, or only one item has to be true. So hopefully that video is of use. Thank you for your time and I'll catch you on the next one.